Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to this Zoom section. My name is Hewley Ho, a volunteer conducting IT classes in library at Harbourfront. At the moment, we have converted these classes using Zoom online. I have a blog, IT for Seniors, and normally I put the notes a few days before the event, so you can read through it before attending the class. For those who wish to have a soft copy of the notes I posted in the blog, you can click the word follow at the bottom right-hand corner and submit your email address. Then subsequent posts by me, you will have a soft copy in your email. Now, in the course of our life journey, we are making stories every day. Some of these stories are good to document and to share. For example, you may have went to a tour to a botanic gardens with many beautiful flowers. You can collect a few of them. With a background music, you can create a story out of that. And good memories are good to preserve. Before creating a digital story, these are some of the guidelines I would wish to share with you. First, you have to decide on the theme of the story. Then, who are your intended audiences? If it is family members only, if you upload to YouTube, you can choose to have it private so that general public or the whole world will not be able to see them, only by invitation only. But all my movies provided by the library, I always put it on the public mode. Then select your best photos to tell your story. And you can either have a karaoke song or some instrumental music as a background as the slide advances forward. If it's a karaoke song, then you have to search for the lyrics. And there are three ways that I promote digital story creation. One is by PowerPoint, Microsoft Office PowerPoint. One is by the Apple Keynote. And one is by Windows Movie Maker. There are others, but these are the three I share with you all through all the Zoom sessions. For today's on PowerPoint, you have to create your song in the wave format. And it is advisable to put all your contents in one folder, maybe located at the desktop for easy retrieval. Now, there are some basic skills you need to learn in order to make the movie more interesting. First one is the photo. The photo is good to have an aspect ratio of 16:9 or 640 by 360 pixel. If you do not have this aspect ratio, what happens is when you project to a screen, you may have some black corners at the edge of the photo. Like for example, you see this the slides that I have is totally covered the whole screen. And also have to learn how to input text onto your photo and how to convert the digital song to the right format. Conversion of songs to right format, you have to download an app from the Play Store or from the Apple app. But for those who do not know how to do, I can help you to do it because I have the apps with me. The next thing to learn is the transition and animation. You will get these two ideas as I go along the slides. The last thing is the rendering. Rendering the project means that you can put your project your movie project in a thumb drive and share it with your friends who do not have the PowerPoint software installed in their laptop. If you don't render the project, your project can only be played in any laptop that has Microsoft Office installed. So that is the difference. Or better still, if you want, you can burn it into a DVD that any ordinary DVD player can project it onto a monitor. So it's up to you, up to what level you want to challenge yourself. Now, digital songs, there are many ways to obtain the digital song. One way is go to the library. That means like Apple Library and Apple Store and all that to find your song. Or if some of your friends have those hi-fi song discs, if the song is suitable for you, you can learn how to rip it out from the CD. RIP, rip it out from CD. Or there are other methods that you want to know, you can join my coffee chat. I can show you some other ways. Transition is the timing you want the slide from the previous one to move on to the next one automatically. That is called transition. And the program, they work it in seconds. Some of those past participants, when they do this workshop with me, they are not careful with the decimal point. So when you use 80.00, you are commanding the program to wait for 80 seconds before change to the next slide, whereas you have intention to only for 8 seconds. So sometimes where you put the decimal point counts. So if you are doing the song the first time, you may have to use a smartphone stopwatch to check the timing before you change to the next slide. All these are by try and error. So for today's song, I'm doing, the title is called Whispering Hope. I've given you all the transition timing in the table later on. So today's project is working on PowerPoint. Now the first thing, I'm going step by step, assuming you are starting from square one. So the first thing you have to do is open up a PowerPoint project. Then from there, you have to decide what type of color you want the background of your slide. If you want the background of your slide like what I have now showing you, you cannot tell the computer, I want blue color. Computer do not understand. There are so many shades of blue. So in computer language, all colors comes with a code. They call it the hex code. I will give you the color of this blue hex code later on, if you are interested in this blue color. If you are interested in other color, you can just choose from the program, or you are very particular, you go to Google to find out exactly what shades of color you want. All this you have to do by research.
Never mind, no need close. He cannot see me. He cannot hear me.
Inserting the picture to slides. That's the second thing you have to learn. The third thing you have to learn is inserting text to the slide. Now, the first one is how to choose the background of your slide. You notice when you open the PowerPoint, all the slides are white in color. So white may not be your preferred choice. So you want to choose. So in this example, I'm choosing blue, like what you see on the screen. So the computer code for blue is 004E98. How to insert this code in the PowerPoint program? Number one, choose the background of the slide. That means you bring out one white slide. Then number two, you go to this icon like a cup pouring paint onto the sheet, the icon at that corner. That is called the fill color icon. And number three, you select more colors. You notice I'm not selecting the predetermined colors. If you don't know how to use code, you can choose any of the colors shown here. It will still work. But if you are very particular, you can select your own color. So this color I selected, the reason is because if you use this for your office presentation, there is no reflection. You notice some people, they choose a slide, there is a reflection because the slide is a bit glossy. Then you can actually see an image of the face on the slide. That is no good. So this is a very good code for office presentation if you don't want any reflection. So I repeat again, if you don't know how to use code, you can choose any of the colors shown on this color table. If you want to be more adventurous, you follow my style. Okay, remember the icon, then more colors, then enter the code into the box there. Hex color, hex 004E98. So you're very specific to inform the computer you only want that color. And that color is shown on the left-hand side of the column, the blue color. Then everything entered correctly, then you just click OK. Then you will have the blue color. Now, the next thing is how to insert pictures to every slide. Select, insert. You see the word insert down there after home. After home is insert. You select insert. After select insert, you notice the picture down here. There are three choices. You choose the picture from file because you are getting the picture from your file. You remember I said just now put all your picture in the desktop area. So in the desktop area, so you select the first picture you want, picture from file. And after you select the picture from file, the picture will come out like that. It will not fill the whole screen. It will feel like that. So what you do, you pull the corner to the end. Because the whole white space is actually your screen area. If you leave it like that, when you start to present it, you will have a white border every time. It's not so nice, right? So you pull, everyone you pull, diagonally pull to the corner. Picture corner to the screen corner 4 times. After that, you will get this, okay? The picture will fully cover the whole screen. So that is the first job, how to insert picture onto the slide. You repeat this for every other slide. Now your next job is, if it is a karaoke song, you want to put some text onto the picture. There are many ways to put text. You can just literally put it on this picture, but not so nice because the color of the picture may interfere with the color of the fonts, the text. Then you may not be able to see clearly. So what I normally do is I create a background for the slide. So here is to show you how to create a bar at the bottom of the picture for you to insert your lyrics of the song. So how to do it? First, you go to shape. Okay, somewhere on the home, somewhere down here after design, you have one shape. Go to shape. Then from shape, you select rectangle. After you select rectangle, this is what you get. Okay. You notice after you select rectangle, it's still a white bar. Then you have to follow just now the method of changing the color to the code that you want. If you don't like blue, you can choose any color you want. You can choose the predetermined color also can. If you like yellow, but make sure that your lyric and your background have a good contrast. If you choose a yellow background, then I would say white fonts are not so good because the contrast is no good. So you have to play with it to suit whatever taste you want. So yellow background may be black fonts or things like maybe black you don't like, ugly, then you can change anything you want. And here I even suggest to you my fonts the type is called Georgia, yeah, Georgia. But you can choose any types of font. And the size I have chosen is 36. This is the size. Add song lyrics here. This is size 36. All this is flexible. You can do whatever you want. Here is only to show you how to add a background bar to your picture, and with the background bar, how you insert the words, the lyrics onto the bar. Now the next thing is how to insert the sound of the program. Now for movie using these three programs, you have to insert the sound in the first slide. I repeat again. For these three programs, if you use, you have to insert the song in the first slide. So what you do, you go to the first slide. The first slide is normally your title slide. You go to transition. That's menu, number one, transition. And number two, down here, sound said no sound. You click the no sound. Just click it. Then you click other sound. And after you click other sound, it will bring you back to the folder that you have stored your sound. And automatically the sound will appear here. You see, sound, Whispering Hope is there. Okay. You want to go back again. To insert a sound, you must have the song file in the folder in the desktop area. You must have the sound there in the right format. For PowerPoint, you need to have a WAV format. If you try to have an MP3 format, they will not be able to find the song file. Transition, then go to the sound, the no sound, the sound. Down there, you click the area there. It will draw down this menu. With this menu, you just select other sound. And after you select other sound, you go to your song file, select the sound. And automatically, one copy will copy to this program. And once it's copied, the Whispering Hope will be in the sound box. This slide is to show you how other features you have to be aware of. Number one is transition. If you are doing timing, if you are doing animation, you have to go to this menu, transition, not home, not insert, not all this, transition. After you go to transition, you notice these are the interested area. The duration, the after, how many seconds, and the check. The check, there are two choices. One is on mouse, one is after. For automatically playing a movie song, normally we take away the check on mouse and use after. The reason why on mouse is given is because assuming you give an office presentation, you come out with one slide, there may be a lot of questions asked on that slide. So you cannot automatically change to the next slide because you don't know how much time you need to answer the question. So you control by the mouse. So after that slide is satisfied with all the audience or the participant, then you change to the next slide. So the on mouse is meant for people who do that type of presentation. But now you're not doing presentation. Now you're doing a movie. You want it to automatically change the slide. So you must take away the check on the on mouse and do it after. And after, you must give the timing. Here I put 2.00 means 2 seconds. The reason is because the lyrics for that page will not use more than 2 seconds to complete before you go to the next slide. That's the meaning. Now, the other timing on duration, this timing is the timing of the animation. You notice this timing, I choose the effect curtain. I choose the effect curtain. So curtain, I want it to be more graceful. I want it to take 3.5 seconds to open up the curtain. So that is the reason why I choose 3.5. You can experiment with this in whatever timing you want. But for simple transition, I may choose only 1 second. So all these are try and error to satisfy how you want to do things. But if you are doing a movie the first time, I suggest you follow my timing in the table I provide you. After you get used to it and more familiar, then you can start to change this and change that to see what effects you have. So I repeat the whole thing again. To do transition and animation, you have to go to the transition menu. And you have to be careful on the check. The check must be on the after, not on the on mouse. And the timing of the transition is in second, 2.00. There's a duration from the previous slide to the new slide, how long you want the slide to stay on. Then the other duration timing is the animation, how long you want to complete the animation. Like for this one, I chose a curtain opening. So I command the computer to take 3.5 seconds to open the curtain. Take it slowly, okay? These are just a reminder of what I said earlier on. Now, after you have done the animation, you notice the slide has a black star. That is to confirm you have done an animation. If you change the animation, the previous one will be deleted away. So everyone has a black dot, means that everyone has a transition animation, but they will be different just for diversity, they will be different. And all these things I told you before, the check on the after, all that. And here, just a summary of the notes down here. No check on mouse click and click after enter timing. Song title always on the first slide. These are just a reminder. Now, after you have finished everything, as I said, you need to render your project. To render your project, you have to go to, did I miss any? Yeah, to render your project, you have to go to export. Home, I think file, export. There, file, export, okay? Go to the file menu, then export. And when you click export, it will come to this page. And here you have a choice, whether you want MP4 or you want MOV. MOV is a QuickTime format. MP4 is a generic format. Here I say, if it's not possible to do, maybe your program is a student version. Microsoft may not give you these features. So if you cannot do it means what? You can see video but no sound. That's what I mean, cannot do it. Then you may have to change it to the PPS SF format. That is using file save. You can ask me questions later on all these things. It may sounds a bit easy to understand, but maybe difficult to follow. This is the table for the whole song on Whispering Hope. You notice I talked to you just now. Slide 1, slide 2, duration is the animation. Effect is what type of effect you want, curtain or peel off or what. These are all the options given to you under PowerPoint. The slide transition, 2 seconds, 6.5 seconds. That's after those, this is one. And this is the lyrics. Okay, first one is the title. Second one are all the lyrics. So all I expect you to do is, further down here is the chorus. You just type on one blank page, the chorus. Here, what I expect you to do is you find your own pictures. All you need to find is 21 pictures. You get 21 pictures. If you have gone to a garden before, try to choose the 21 flower photo. Or you went to a tour, you can choose some of the tour pictures and try to create a lyric bar below the picture and put these words down and follow my timing. You will get the song. I will give you this. I will play a sample of the song for you afterwards to let you understand the whole picture, what is it about. Yeah, I just mentioned all this for you. find your own pictures and do exactly what I have described to you just now.